You don't need advice, you need discipline. And hopefully today, your life is going to change because you're going to change. How long until you realize that enough is enough? Until you realize that it's not going where I want it to go. In 5 or 10 years, you're going to end up somewhere. But where? Are you happy? You like the things going their way like it is? If you are, then continue doing it. If you're not, let's change that. Today, right now. There are so many things that are wrong, that are bad. Maybe people have done things to you, screwed you over, whatever. People promised you stuff and didn't follow through, whatever. There are so many things to focus on that is bad that you can get lost in it. You have to switch your mind and start to focus on what is good. Even if you don't see anything, just focus on what is good. What can I find and hold on to that is good? And this episode is not to motivate you or inspire you. It's just real talk. Just telling you that you need to, take your shit together and change it. If you are overweight, try to lose some weight. Focus on losing some weight. Eat healthy foods. Take vitamins. Do some exercise once a week. Just once a week. Add those stuff in your life. If you like junk food, don't immediately stop eating junk food. It's going to be hard, but add healthy food into it. Most of you don't even drink water. You have to drink 2 liters at least, bare minimum of spring water, not from the tap. Your body is like 90% water. Electricity is going through it. If you're dry, your brain, if it's dry, you think that's healthy for you? Of course you feel anxiety and you feel like this energy on you, like you don't feel good. Set a goal. Try to achieve something. Take your shit together. There are so many things to focus on that's bad. You don't know my situation, blah, 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 blah. You think you're the only one that has the bad thing happening to you or happened to you? There's so many people out there who got much worse than you. Much, much worse. And many successful people, if not all of them, almost all of them, with the exceptions of inheritance. Most of their stories, look it up. What they have experienced, what they have gone through, look it up. You'll understand that you're not so unique. If you don't decide today that you're going to change your life is going to pass anyway. 5 years, 10 years. And you'll look back and say, I wish I changed my life. Or you look and say, I'm glad I changed my life. What is it going to be? Real talk. What is it going to be? When are you going to decide that enough is enough in your life, that you're not going to take it anymore, and you're going to change it? Step by step. Your diet, your health, your mind. Read books. Read a book. The Magic of Thinking Big. Amazing book. Amazing. Read a book like this. Read books by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Your whole life perspective is going to change. It's going to change. The Go-Getter, amazing book. The Go-Giver, amazing book by Bob Burg. Amazing. You need to add things into your life and delete certain things from your life. And I'm sorry, but this is the reality. No one is going to come to save you. It is you. You need to do it. And you might say, well, you don't know my situation. I don't, but I don't care. No one cares. You think people care? No one cares. You can play the victim card all day long, but in the end, you know that you don't do what you need to do. You know, if you take things step by step, like how do you eat an elephant? How do you build a wall? You know, one bite at a time, one brick at a time. You can't, overhaul your life like that. It's not possible. But step by step, you can do it. Try to wake up early, much more earlier, like 5, 6 a.m., 4 a.m. Maybe some of you would say, oh my God, that's crazy. But you need to change your life ASAP. Take some time off in your daily life. Give yourself some time. If you don't like reading books, just read a sentence a day. If you like to read a little bit more, read a page a day, half a page. Trust me, it's going to change your life. And you might say, well, I don't have time to read. I don't have blah, blah, blah. Do you go to the toilet? Take a book with you. Do you wait for a bus? Take a book with you. Do you go to the dentist? Take a book with you. Successful people are not people without problems, obstacles, and challenges. These people have learned how to overcome their problems, how to solve their problems, how to deal with their problems. Some problems you cannot solve. That is a reality. But the act of dealing with it, the art of dealing with problems, you need to learn that. You need to start responding instead of reacting to life. And you're motivated, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, yeah, I'm going to change my life. And a half an hour later, what happened? You don't need motivation. You need discipline. You need character. Character is defined by following through on a decision long after the moment of excitement has passed. It means some days you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it, but you're going to do it anyway. That is the reality. And if you want to succeed in life, in any area, whatever it is, any area, you have to have discipline. You know how much work you can get done if you wake up early? Imagine yourself waking up early, meditating like 5 minutes. 5 minutes meditating, praying 5 minutes. And you can do some fitness, just some push-ups, like 10, 15 push-ups. Drink 2 liters waters during the day. Take vitamins, take minerals. It's easy nowadays. Just buy, supplements. Try to eat healthy foods. Add that into your diet. Your whole life is going to change. Your body is going to thank you. If you're overweight, just do whatever you can to lose some weight. And set a goal. Don't live a life with, I'm going to do this. But set a goal. Write it down. And about writing down, when was the last time? And be honest, when was the last time you took a sheet of paper and you wrote down your dreams? You don't remember, do you? All the successful people I have met in my life and the mentors that I've met in my life who taught me how to dream, how to, imagine and how to work towards your dreams, they all write down their dreams. They all wake up early. It's funny, you think, people think, yeah, when I'm rich, I'm going to sleep in. I don't have a boss. I don't have to go to work. You think it's like that, but it isn't. When you become actually successful, probably you're self-employed. Probably you have, your own business. And you have to wake up way earlier, way earlier than your employees. Maybe you cannot even imagine having a business. But start to imagine. What can you dream? What can you imagine? These people, they wake up early. They take in supplements, multivitamins, minerals. they eat healthy foods, and they add a lot of exercise in their life. And about exercise, just once a week in your home. If you're lazy to go to the gym, just in your home. 3 sets of 15 push-ups. That's what I'm doing. 3 sets of 15 push-ups once a week. 3 sets of 15 reps squats once a week. That's what I'm doing. It keeps you healthy. It keeps you going. It's the bare minimum. But what is your goal? What is your dream? What is your desire? What do you want in life? Where do you see yourself in 10, 15 years? You need to have a vision. And people who accomplish their dreams is because they have a vision. They think about what they want. They decide it. What is a vision? It is the end result of what you want. The end result. It can be just as an example. It can be you with your family in your backyard, in your nice house. You doing barbecue, and everyone you love is there. And you have the cars. You have the health. You have the wealth. Whatever you have everything that you want. The style, the clothing, the dresses, the perfumes. The body style that you have. The looks. Maybe you have this amazing body because you lost weight. It's the vision, it's the end result. And that vision is what will keep you going. But people do not have that. You don't have that. You don't have anything to hang on to and to move forward. You're just hanging around like a ship in the sea without a rudder, and the waves are taking you and going everywhere. You might hit a stone or a rock, whatever. You don't have any course. You're not going. Is that what you want in your life? Maybe this is very hard to take in, but someone has to tell you. You don't need any more videos or whatever. You don't need that. I'm doing this because I love it. I have my own business. I want to share stuff with people, wake people up. I would be glad if just one person's life is changing. It's easy to point fingers. And you're probably right. So-and-so did this to me, and they wronged me, and blah, blah, blah. So-and-so was promised to me. That's life. Take charge. Take responsibility. Even if you are wronged, take responsibility, because if you play the victim all day long, nothing is going to be accomplished. People will feel sorry for you, and that's about it. They don't care. And maybe you're scared. Maybe you're scared to be judged. Maybe you want to try something you've never done before, and you're scared to be judged. You think about other people's opinion about you. You think successful people care about other people's opinion about them? They take constructive criticism, that's different. But do you think, people can hold them back? You think they go home and say, oh, they said this to me? They don't care. Because they're determined. In life, you have just one shot at life. Just one. One shot. Is this how you want it? Is this how it is going to be? Change your life. Today. Take some paper. A pen. Write down your dreams, your vision. What do you want? Write it down. Don't limit yourself with your salary. Just write it down. Like if you won the lottery, you cannot fail. What is it that you want? Just write it down. For the first time in your life, you're going to feel happy when you do that. Trust me. Just write it down. Don't stop. The magic is you don't stop writing. Write every day. Your dream is going to change. Your vision is going to tweak a little bit. Maybe you want a Ferrari, a Lamborghini. And then you might say, well, I don't want 2 cars, I want 5 cars. And write it down, which car, which model, whatever. Maybe you don't want cars, maybe you want a specific kind of spouse, a specific kind of relationship. Whatever it is, just write it down. And just put it in a shoebox or something. Trust me, in 5 years or 10 years, when you find that shoebox again and you read all the stuff that you wrote, you're going to cry. You know why? Because most of them have come to pass. They have become a reality without you even realizing. That is the magic of, visualizing your dreams. You are constantly thinking about the bad stuff. I'll give you a life secret. A secret that no other people is going to tell you. I've heard it. I've been taught this from billionaires with a B. They taught me this. When you think about a friend or someone, suddenly that person calls you, texts you, or you bump into each other and like, whoa, I was just thinking about you. Even if it's like a couple days later, you think that's an accident? That's a coincidence? So what if I tell you, if you imagine your dreams, who's going to call you? Who's going to text you? Who's going to bump into you? It's hard to understand what I just said. For most of you, it's like flying right over your heads. You're thinking about your problems all day long. Yes, it's a fact, it's there. But that should not be your focus. Focus on what you want. Put your attention on what you want, where you want to end up. And don't care about the reality. You don't know everything. You don't know what you don't know. If you think about your dreams, I'll tell you what's going to happen. If you think about your dreams, it's called vision, focus, action, patience, and faith, reward. That is the cycle. That is the line. That's how it is going. You have this vision and you put focus on it. You think about your dreams all day long. Imagine it. And the key is to feel good as if you would feel when you actually have it. Feel the emotions of already is a reality. You have it. Feel those emotions. Just imagine it. It's possible. You can do it. And then you focus more on it. And what happens is suddenly your attention span will look for opportunities without you even realizing. Opportunities that always was there. It was always there. But now you would see an opportunity and then your mind, your brain will link that towards the end destination. Like, oh, if I do this, maybe I can have those stuff. Oh. It's like focusing on having a yellow car, and you focus on a yellow car. There are so many yellow cars out there that you will see, and you'll be like, oh my God, so many yellow cars. But they're always they always was there. I don't know if I can explain it very well. But when you see an opportunity presented to you, you take action. You take action towards that opportunity. You might see, oh, if I start this business, maybe I can do that. If I start that business, maybe I can do that. Maybe I can invest in this. Maybe I can do this, blah, blah, blah. Those stuff, the how to achieve your dreams is going to present itself just like that friend you bump into each other. Because you were thinking about your dreams, the stuff that will take you towards your dreams will appear in your life. As if by magic, you hear some business ideas, and you'll bump into people, and they will talk to you about business ideas, maybe propositions, whatever. And then you make a decision like, okay, I'm gonna try this business. You know what? I'm gonna try this business. And then I said, fate. You know why? Because you're going to experience a lot of bad stuff. That is the reality. And I don't want to define it as bad stuff because it's not bad, nor is it good. It's just stuff. And always know and understand that whatever happens, that this has to happen for me to end up where I want to end up, is very difficult. You have to be trained on it. You have to think positively. That's why I say read books. It will keep your mind sharp. The Magic of Thinking Big. Amazing book. You read this book, your salary is going to go up. I promise you. I promise you. You change your worth. The Magic of Thinking Big. Big. And after your faith and patience, you're going to get the reward. And understand that every successful person's journey is full of obstacles, failures, backstabs, people who wrong you. If I tell you everything that I've experienced, you'll be scared to start your own journey. But it's not scary. It just looks like that. Fear, false evidence appearing real. You just have to always keep in your mind, this is the journey. This is the journey, and I'll enjoy it. I'll enjoy every second, every minute of it. You're not gonna feel happy when you get there. You already are feeling happy while you're getting there. Success is nothing more than a journey. It's nothing more than that. It's not a destination, it's a journey. Change your life. Change your life today. Whoever you are, wherever you are, change it today. Make that decision. And know that motivation that you're fired up right now, it's going to fade away. Just know that. And then you put in discipline. You make up your mind. Don't care. Just do it. Just do it. Who cares? Just do it. Do it for you, for your family, for yourself, for the people that you love. I hope this message got through. I hope I could inspire just one person. Just one. And if you like this content, if you want to see more of this content, subscribe. Thank you.